Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Used to go to, I think it was Walgreens.
Yeah. We
They
get
had,
the coupons.
Well, they had, I think it was called, it wasn't Fat Tire. I think it was like Flat Tire or something like that.
Well, they did have a Fat Tire beer.
Well, they had like their own brand.
Oh.
Do you remember when Walgreens first started carrying like,
Actual beer.
well, no, like some quote unquote groceries? They had like a couple doors that have like
Yeah.
Lunchables and a frozen pizza. And,
You can get your orange juice and milk.
yeah, but they also had some beer.
Yeah.
And they had some of their own beer, their own brand of beer.
I don't think I ever looked over there for beer.
Well, apparently they had like these 6-packs for like $3.
That sounds like some Aldi pricing.
Right?
It's not actually beer. It's the stuff they wash down the drain at like Miller or something like that.
Yeah, it's so. I remember at one point in time hearing about this whole deal, and I don't know if you want to call it Philip Morris or whatever it was, and it was talking about like tobacco and like Skull and everything. And it was like when they first like got tobacco, they would split it, and they were like, okay, we're going to dry this stuff. This stuff's going to be moist. The moist stuff they would take and turn into Red Man.
Yeah.
The shavings they used to make cigars. And then you had like the dry stuff, they would make like Marlboro. And then what filtered out went into like basic cigarette. And then like what filtered out went into like Bronco. And then like what filtered out from there then went into like Copenhagen.
It's like every time they rolled them, like whatever fell out of the machine.
Yeah.
You have that one
I
guy.
mean, I know
like,
it's not true, but it was just always something that was said.
You know, I believe it probably happened. It's that guy like sweeping back there, like, all right, this is for Skull.
But you know, Little Debbie, they don't waste any of their stuff, like their runoff stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about that runoff or whatever, like with the beer.
Yeah.
Little Debbie's runoff makes up milk cream pie. I mean, we both work there. They are very like. I mean, obviously they're very food safe because it's a food safe company.
Yeah. Well, I believe that with Little Debbie, though.
But it's like they're very strategic, and it's not everything.
Yeah.
What was it? They're like some stuff gets recycled back into itself.
Yeah.
So like usually like honey buns and stuff like that stuff, if they can kind of recycle it back into itself.
Yeah.
There's like stuff that's hard and crispy, like the wafer cookies and stuff like that. They get recycled back into themselves and stuff like that. But
yeah,
a lot of stuff is recycled back into making the oat milk cream pie.
I mean, we want to talk about the best recycling. It's Krispy Kreme with their little glazed conveyor belt. It just drains back into the vat.
Otherwise, hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus, and I'm your clueless leader. Today we're talking about food, apparently.
I mean, we started with beer, then went to cigarettes, and now food.
Well, I'm eating Take 5 while we're
talking about snacks. This is the snack time.
Snacks.
The snacking hour. I do have Daniel with me.
Hey there.
And I got Miss Muffin.
Hey, y'all.
We don't really have a subject to talk about today.
I think we do, though. It's just broken motorcycles.
We don't really have a subject to talk about today.
Tear.
Okay.
Tear.
I have had
Tear.
a horrible week.
Yeah.
You and
when I say
motorcycles
horrible,
just haven't gotten along.
I mean horrible. So, started with the camera.
Yes.
Jeez.
You've just been breaking things left and right. Or they're falling apart around you.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
So, for anybody that actually knows me, knows I have a fairly nice Canon camera that Daniel bought me. It now is having problems with the autofocus, which I can use the manual focus. Me and Daniel had this conversation.
Yep.
But it's just like, I can drive a stick shift. But if I lived in New York City, I'd probably drive an automatic.
Yeah.
I can manual focus. When I'm taking, like, when I go to, like, the motorcycle rallies and stuff and the bikes are coming by, with the autofocus,
Makes it a lot easier.
Click, 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 click. I can't do that now.
Yeah.
So, without having to run through manual focus.
Yeah.
And I'm going to lose shots.
Yeah, you're going to miss the opportunity without the automatic focus.
Right.
We just need to send it off somewhere at some point because that'll be the only thing.
So, so my camera broke. I should have never cleaned my office. That's what caused all this.
You rearranged your office and screwed everything up. Your life is now disoriented because you rearranged your office.
I threw us into a different
motorcycle podcast.
No, like a time paradox, like the temporal shift or whatever.
Everything shifted.
The XR.
Yep.
Has had its ups and downs over the past couple days.
Between a dead battery, some carb issues, potential vacuum leak.
Ran out of gas, although it still has gas.
Terrible tank design.
So let's put it this way. It runs out of gas, although it still has 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons of gas in it. Because of a bad tank design. The XR has an aftermarket tank on it.
Yes.
For those of y'all that are listening.
And it's a oversized aftermarket tank that sits well down below the frame with only one petcock.
First generation of this.
First generation of
that
an
same
aftermarket
brand
tank.
now makes that same. It looks identical. It's 2 petcocks.
Yep. So you can actually get the fuel that's in the lower lobes.
Yeah. So that runs out of gas. In the process of trying to handle that, the battery dies. We go through the woes of trying to figure out about a battery because it doesn't run a factory battery because it's had the battery box mod done.
Yep.
To find out that this tiny little battery that's not much bigger than a candy bar is $125.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because it's a lithium-ion battery.
But, thankfully, we have a tech, Ryan, that y'all have listened to on the podcast for. Pretty knowledgeable guy. I had seen some stuff online about charging the battery after I had found the charging system sold by that same company. And Ryan was like, yeah, let's test it. Tested above 11 volts. Because when you look at this battery, it's not a motorcycle battery.
No, it doesn't look like a motorcycle battery.
I think it's the same thing like how those other guys were talking about the $25 battery. I think it's like the emergency backup lighting battery.
That's kind of how it appears. Now they've used this.
Well, they don't even list on there.
Mm-mm.
Like it doesn't say cold cranking amps or nothing.
No, it's like a lawnmower battery.
Yeah,
at best.
Yeah.
Honestly, if it could slot into my leaf blower, I mean, it's the same thing.
But it had enough volts still. It was
able to be recharged.
Correct. With a lithium battery charger.
Yes. A battery charger made specifically for lithium, or with the setting.
With the setting, yeah.
Yes.
So the Pan America, the new Sportsters, the last gen Sportsters, and apparently the V-Rod.
Really?
Yeah. All ran
lightweight battery.
Do what?
Lightweight battery in the V-Rod. You're worried about weight.
All ran lithium battery. You could put a conventional battery in it, but it's designed for lithium. Well, Harley-Davidson has a smart charger. A couple different manufacturers make smart chargers, but Harley-Davidson has a smart charger, so was able to hook it up, and literally it was like 30 minutes later, Ryan was like, here's the battery. And I was like, what?
My cell phone doesn't charge that quick.
Yeah, pretty much. So, hooked it up. Bike fired right up.
Yep. Put a little bit of gas in it.
Put a little bit of gas in it. Didn't want to run correctly. Our initial thoughts was air, or maybe picked up a little bit of trash in the bottom fuel tank. Which, how does it pick up trash in the bottom of the fuel tank when you're not even at the bottom of the fuel tank?
Well, all the sediment sits to the bottom. Who knows?
So did a little bit of
adjusting
redneck car work. Boom! That sums it up. I don't know how to explain it.
That's exactly what happened.
So
cleared itself out.
cleared out, ran. Perfect. Drove home, parked the bike. Next morning, get up, fire it up, warms up in like a quarter of the time that it's been taking the bike to warm up. It's like, holy crap, something has happened.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the new problem apparently can't affect the warming up.
Which would make sense if it has an air leak.
So, drove to work, went to get back on it, spit and sputter and popping in. Got Ryan, the tech, out there. Apparently a common problem with XR650s, especially ones that have had the California mod removal, is vacuum leaks.
Yes.
So,
There are a lot of vacuum hoses that come off of that engine and go into the carb and things like that. Lots of things to come loose.
that thing sounded like a badly tuned two-stroke when I was riding at home.
Maybe it is.
It was
Maybe it identifies as
It
a
was.
two-stroke.
I literally was coming down Jenkins Road at like 35 miles an hour because that's all it had. With it going.
You know you can shift.
Cars behind me. That was in like sixth gear, man.
I don't know how you got to sixth
I
gear.
know. That's what I'm saying. That's how crazy the situation was. That was in fifth gear.
All of a sudden, I had 5 neutrals.
Well, let's not go to neutral.
And it'll just be a problem that we need to get in there, figure out where that leak's actually coming from. When the bikes get desmogged, there's a lot of open vacuum lines that have to get plugged.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever desmogged one, that canister that sits on the side has like 8 hoses that goes into it.
So a lot of times when they desmog those, though, they'll put like a bolt with a washer in the hose.
Yeah.
In the line where it's on the engine.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if it would behoove us, instead of having those bolts, to put a hose back on there.
Yeah. And just cap the hose off.
Yeah, have the hose about an inch long and cap the hose.
Yeah. Which we can definitely do. I have so much vacuum hose and
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because then it's also easier to go, oh, here's this hose, here's this hose, here's this hose. Because sometimes you're going to be going, is that a bolt that holds it together, or is that a bolt from a vacuum line?
Exactly. And especially since I didn't do the desmogging, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, and I've watched some videos. Some of these guys, when
It's
they do
not
the
complicated.
desmog,
It's just a lot of hoses.
apparently some of these guys, when they do the desmog, they'll run like a felt washer and then a metal washer over top of it.
Yeah. Try to create a good seal. But if you just use the metal, maybe there's an air leak. I mean, it could even be something like the carb boot could
They
be
make
loose.
like a rubber washer.
Mhm.
Like, why wouldn't you just use a rubber washer?
Because people are stupid. And I'm going to be honest, the previous owner of this bike was probably not the most intelligent individual.
Okay.
I mean, there are a lot of corners that were cut when I first got it.
Like, I probably would use a rubber washer.
Yep.
And then the little screw or whatever, I would run the nylon nuts.
Yeah. Just make sure it's tight in.
Yeah.
No leak.
Yeah, well, a nylon nut should be tight enough to keep it, but then the little bit of rubber washer will help too.
Create an actual good seal.
Yeah, I've seen nylon nuts stop water from coming out of a hole.
I've seen that too. And honestly, it could just be a symptom of the bike you've ridden the bike off road. There's that vibration. I mean, the bike vibrates as it is because it's big single.
And they might be in there without Loctite. Maybe they need Loctite.
It just backed itself out just enough.
Yeah.
Who knows? But that'll be a problem down the road.
Yes.
When Marcus first called me, I was like, well, screw it. We'll just sell the damn thing.
I tried a little bit. I like the bike.
No,
I already told you if you wanted to sell it, that I would I'd be interested in
I
purchasing
know. Well, that was my first. You know what? Forget it. I don't want to worry about it. I've got too many other things I'm worrying about, and you've got too many other things.
Yeah. So
We'll take pictures at the Harley dealership selling a Honda XR 650L. Runs just like a Harley.
Today after the podcast, we're at Studio B.
Mm-hmm. We're outside of Studio B.
We're outside Studio B. On Studio D.
Yes.
Don't play.
D stands for deck.
Make sure you enunciate that one properly.
Yes.
It's not a patio
No, this is a
because
deck.
it is raised.
This is.
Oh, God.
We can go to the patio. We can relocate to
patio.
Studio P.
The other night we were hanging out at Studio F. We just didn't record it.
No, we didn't.
No, true. You took a photo and never posted it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Jeez, Marcus.
Jeez.
My bad, yo. So when we leave here, though, I'm going to be taking. Daniel got the ZRX back
I did.
because Daniel had a couple motorcycle issues. The ZRX wasn't really an issue; it was a maintenance, right?
It was an issue because of the rear sprocket lost a tooth.
Oh, see, I didn't
Yeah.
exactly know what happened.
Yeah, rear sprocket decided it didn't want to work anymore, and then that kind of messed up the chain.
Okay,
And I'd been noticing it at low speeds.
like a skip.
Yeah, it was feeling really weird, and I was like, oh well, there it is.
Okay,
So
so Daniel got the ZRX back. So
Yep.
Daniel no longer needs to ride the KTM
correct.
because the Valkyrie is still in the shop,
Yes.
which is not a big deal.
Yeah.
We're letting them take their time and
Well,
get
and that's
it done
exactly
right.
what it is. You know, I'm in a fortunate position. I do have multiple motorcycles that I can ride if I need to.
I'm in a fortunate position that Daniel has multiple motorcycles that I can ride if I need to. Because all of this conversation, we haven't talked about
The big
Neutral.
my motorcycle.
one. The big one.
We haven't talked about the two neutrals you had.
So my Street Glide now has no.
No, it did.
It only has one neutral.
Well, it has a partial neutral, just that one section of
partial.
the third
so
gear.
I ripped 2 to 3 teeth off of third gear on my Street Glide.
Which, because me and you both looked at the cassette, none of the other gears look like they have any damage.
Yeah, there's no damage on any of the other gears. There's no bluing, which means there was no excessive heat that was put on there. There were some other factors that the tech was concerned about, but those were just kind of questions he was raising to me. That I turned him over to other people, and we'll let that be that. Because he was like, "Well, what did you do here?" And I was like, "Not me, not I, sir.
Marcus doesn't lift wrenches on his legs.
I barely will replace the screws on my intake when they fall out." I say that because I have literally caught my intake going on the road before. I've been like,
Jeez.
"What was that?" Oh,
it gets
grab
caught
it,
on your
throw it to
leg.
the side. Yes, it does.
Wait, so you're like, I barely replaced those screws, but we're gonna figure out where this vacuum leak is on the XR.
Pretty much. So I would not have an issue in getting that fixed
Yeah,
on my bike, but
you have to pay for repairs.
which wouldn't be a problem if I had not just did $4,000 worth of custom work to my motorcycle.
Right.
Yes.
Daniel's smiling right now, just so y'all know.
Well, if isn't the consequences of your own actions.
So that has to be taken care of first. So if anybody is interested in helping me get my motorcycle back on the road, because otherwise the way it looks like right now, it will not be a winter-ridden motorcycle this year. I do have a Venmo. The Venmo account is at the Daily Biker.
I'm starting a GoFundMe page.
The logo is the Daily Biker Podcast logo. Hey, if y'all want to throw in a couple dollars, help me get my bike fixed and back on the road. You know, I know it sounds crazy, me asking for money, but we've been doing this for 2.5 years. We've never asked anybody we've never rolled into a Patreon. We've never hidden stuff behind a paywall. This has always been free. We've never pushed advertisements on anybody or anything like that. So
I mean, everything we do here is out of our own pockets.
it is 100% out of our own pockets. I mean, the store is our only sponsor.
And they pay for the hosting service.
They pay for the hosting service, which is $27 a month.
Yes.
That is it.
Which, thank you,
Yeah.
White Lightning.
And allow me from
work.
time to time to be able to do things
Yeah.
to record.
Yeah.
So, if anybody would like to help out, because we don't make anything from this podcast, help me get the Street Glide back on the road. like I said, Venmo is at the Daily Biker. If you want to help and you don't know how to do that, hit me up on social media and I'll send you something. So
Please, sir.
yes, please. I am begging right now because literally the way it stands is we're talking like we're going to be getting into warmer weather, and I'm going to be going. Hopefully, I'll have the bike fixed before I go to Panama in April. Oh, that being said, I'm not going to Panama in October.
I figured you weren't.
That vacation is canceled.
I had a feeling. I don't know if they'd appreciate the KTM as much, and I don't think Heather wants to ride on the back of it for that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's money.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's unfortunately, as we've discussed before, riding motorcycles is not a cheap hobby.
No.
Well, not just that. I moved 2
Yes.
months ago,
Yeah.
which cost a lot of money too.
That also didn't help necessarily.
Yep.
But yeah, so motorcycles aren't cheap. But here's the thing about it: the stuff that we're dealing with right now gives us stories, gives us things we can talk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have a lot to talk about with me riding a KTM, a lot,
Yeah.
because I want to revisit Daniel riding the KTM.
Mm-hmm.
We had conversation
Yes.
because Daniel, you have done a long ride for the most part on the KTM. You've done, a 250, 300 mile a day
Yes.
on the KTM. Okay.
That's a long day on that bike.
Right.
Yeah, I can
But
see that.
when you got the KTM and was like, oh, I'm going to be riding this daily, I said something to you,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to revisit that
Okay.
because I said to you, it's fantastic. But after about 2 or 3 days, you're going to be like, I need something bigger. This
Yes.
does not do me. And you went, hey, I did a 300-mile trip.
Yeah. And I rode it for about 2.5 weeks, pretty much every day or every other day.
But
Right.
what was your statement after day 3?
I was like, sometimes my car is more comfortable. It's not a bad motorcycle, and it's absolutely capable of doing all that.
100%.
That seat does not have enough padding.
It's not very cushiony.
I think even if the seat had more cushion, it was still, for us,
Yes,
for me and Daniel,
It
we're
is
both over 6 feet tall.
It is a small motorcycle for a large person.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, which perfectly fine.
It's
You
like
know?
the size for me.
we legitimately,
But
Daniel
y'all-
and I legitimately feel like we're on like a Grom
Yeah,
when we're riding.
that's
Yeah.
how it looks
For
too.
me, it's a good size. For y'all, it's small.
Yeah.
Like there are very few motorcycles that I can stand both feet on the ground, stand up, and still be off of the seat, like completely off of the seat,
Right.
and not touch any part of the bike.
I know one bike you can't do that with.
The XR.
XR. Because
Yeah.
if you go to put both feet down, you tippy toe.
Yeah, you almost have to.
Yeah. And even 1 foot down, it's not completely flat footed.
Yeah, I can do one flat foot and then I tippy toe the other foot if I
So
put
what
both
I'll
feet down.
I just do the 1 foot. 1 foot on
Yeah.
the peg, 1 foot on the ground.
Yeah. Well, holding the rear brake. That's how you're supposed to stop.
Yeah.
Everybody that puts both feet down, unless you've got a passenger, hold your rear brake, put your left foot down.
Can't put a passenger on the XR.
Well, they don't need pegs.
I don't need pegs. It's
You've
fine.
watched Terminator 2 way too much.
Yeah, just well,
With an 18 speed.
it just keeps going.
CR 100, 18 speed.
I didn't know they came out with a semi-truck version.
Being chased by the fastest flat nosed Kenworth ever made, too. And then being rescued by the world's toughest fat boy.
Lots of inconsistency in that movie.
Have
there.
you ever seen like the still photos, like the unedited still photos of the fat boy coming off of that?
No.
The stuntman
Yeah.
does not look like Arnold at all. At all. It's kind of like these photos. You'll come across them every once in a while on social media and stuff like that, where it'll be
The actor with their stuntman.
and their stuntman's like 6 inches shorter than they are and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like it's not. Some of these stuntmen look like them.
Yeah, you could do a double take on
Yeah.
some. Others,
like Ben Stiller and Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
That was a funny skit if no one's ever seen that.
That was
Yeah.
great.
If y'all, okay, I'm gonna put this out there real quick. If you've never seen the skit where Ben Stiller is acting like he's Tom Cruise's stunt double, just go to YouTube and type in Ben Stiller Tom Cruise stunt double.
It's great.
It's for like one of like the first or second Mission Impossible,
MTV did it for something.
and it is. Yeah, I think it might have been for like one of the movie awards or something like that. But it is freaking hilarious because they'll both they that Tom Cruise laugh that and Ben Stiller starts doing it too, and they're dressed just alike.
But Tom Cruise does his own stunts.
I think that's what was so funny about it.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise really does do his
He
own
does do
stunts.
his own stunts.
There's actually several actors that have started doing their own stunts. Well, Tom Cruise has the power of Scientology behind him to,
For sure.
to help him with that. So, yeah. So
We just
I
lost
got a Venmo.
all the Scientology listeners.
I've got a Venmo if you want to help me out.
Well, they all have money, so
Yeah.
praise Scientology.
Yeah. Ben, if you just Ben, if you cut back. Well, no, but listen, Ben's in California, so if Ben will cut back on 1 gallon of gas a week, he could send me like $35 a week.
Is it $35,000? Marcus will just buy a new motorcycle.
I wonder how much gas is in California. Someone was talking about it the other
I think
day.
it was like $7 to $10 a gallon.
Well,
something
it's
like
like-
that.
It's all over the place here. I mean, literally,
Yeah.
like you'll see 1 week it's like 87
Yeah.
will be $3. The next week it's like $3.90.
Yeah.
The next week it's like back down to $3.
Well, and also around here, it depends on where you drive too.
Yeah.
Like you go closer to the Georgia border, it gets a little bit cheaper. You'll see $3, and you're over there in Hickson, and all of a sudden it's $3.90 a gallon. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, and like on my way to work, so I passed, not counting the gas station right next to work, I passed 2 gas stations
Yeah.
going to and from work. They're both usually within 10 cents of each other.
Yeah.
The 7-Eleven
Yeah.
and this one right on the corner.
Yeah.
The difference is the one right on the corner is non-ethanol.
They have non.
And they were like, well, if you're getting motorcycle gas,
oh yeah,
it's
non-ethanol.
Well, no, I mean, unless you're getting 87 octane, all their 89 and 93, yes, we have 93 here.
Yeah.
All
Is
their
non-ethanol.
89 and 93 is non-ethanol.
Bet
and
you
then
their
you have a
diesel's
choice on
non-ethanol, too.
87. But it's not French fry free.
But yeah, no, they only have. If you're looking for regular ethanol gas, it's only
87 only.
87. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, it's nice that.
You know, speaking of that, when I stopped, the first time I put gas, I gotta scoot a little bit here.
Right in the sun.
Yeah, starting to pop out on me. The first time I put fuel in the XR, I put 93 in it. This last time I went and I topped it off,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there at the gas pump and I'm like,
It doesn't need 93.
I put 89 in it.
Yeah.
I was like, it would probably run on 87.
It does run on 87.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
It's a regular gas.
I know Honda lawnmowers and stuff like that. They say on them like, put 87. Don't use anything.
Well,
higher than
and you
that.
know, I know it sounds crazy, using a higher octane rating for something that doesn't need it sometimes can cause issue. Like some vehicles and bikes run better on 87.
Yeah,
Some
what happened
need
was I
91,
cleaned out the
93.
jet so much, and now they're just
So
getting too
much.
much fuel. So I did start wondering though when I was in the XR, because the battery box mod. Now I know the fuse box and the solenoid are where they say to put them,
Mm-hmm.
but I almost wonder if that affects it at all.
There's also some people will drill some holes in the airbox side on the other
Yeah.
side of
For those of y'all that don't know, the XR650 has had an airbox mod.
yeah.
Or let's rephrase that, had a battery box / airbox mod. If you're unaware what that is and you want to learn what it is, you can literally just go on YouTube and type in
Battery box mod.
XR650L battery box mod,
Yeah.
and you'll see it shaves like 12 or 13 pounds off
Yeah.
the weight of the motorcycle.
Because it's got a big chunk over there, and it makes the bike a little bit sleeker.
It's work to do it,
Yes.
But yeah, for instance, the battery is 1.27 pounds now.
Yeah, and that's a lithium-ion battery, not the lead acid that was originally in the bike.
Yes.
And when it was, bless you,
Thank
goodness,
you.
when it was new, it had a giant, basically bread box that sat on the side of the bike. That was
God.
just the fuse panel, the battery, all the electronic control
Now,
units.
I will say this: there are companies that I have found
Yes.
doing the battery research that sell a new panel.
Yes,
Have you seen those?
I've seen a few panels. Well,
So-
it's got the 650R panel on the side already.
Well, no, not that. I'm talking about like a new battery box.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
sell a slim battery box that allows you to put the XR650 panel on the side of it.
Yep.
And it runs you do run a smaller battery, but even a different battery. The batteries that they looked like, it almost looked like the batteries they were using were like the ones for remote control cars.
Yeah, even small. And did you also look at the price of those battery boxes?
I did.
Yeah.
I just saw those battery box mods. I was like, those are pretty nice looking.
We could buy a few batteries for the price that they're charging.
Oh,
for those
I would imagine so.
Which, I mean, if that's what you're going to want to do, it's absolutely worth it.
So I didn't see the price, but I did see like the kit. One of the kits came with the battery.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, if it's like an RC car battery, they're like $10, $15. You just go to the hobby store down the street. pick
yeah,
up
but
the
I'm
new
sure
one.
it's still different.
Yeah. No, it is. But that's how it looks like, though. It's just funny.
Yeah, it looks like 6 D-cell batteries, electrical taped and heat shrink together with a plug that comes off the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Which makes you wonder how much electricity that bike actually needs to operate. I mean, there's nothing electronic really on it. You have the electronic
Well,
ignition,
and-
the lights, and
XR650R
yeah,
has a kickstart bike.
exactly.
And technically, they should be able to run without a battery,
Mm-hmm.
as long as it's not running lights or anything like that.
Yeah, as soon as you add any sort of electronic component, like lights, dash, things like that,
Yeah.
batteries needed. But I don't know. I mean, might be an option down the road.
No. Not at those prices, it's not.
No.
Well, it might be something, though, if I ever could do with that bike, kind of some of the stuff I'd want to do to it anyways. It might have to end up getting a bigger battery for it.
and then that would involve having to relocate it from the location that it's currently in.
Right.
You're kind of at
Because I would love to turn that thing into like no, I wasn't going to say supermoto.
oh, okay, because
Okay.
that's where you've been going every time. You're
Yeah.
like, hey,
Well,
look,
with
I
that,
found
all
these
it is
wheels for
wheels
the
and
X.
tires. No, like Dakar style,
Yeah,
like the Dakar Rally Tower and stuff like that.
that would be pretty cool
that would
because
be.
people have done it.
It would make it a lot more usable too than what it is now.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Well, and then potentially going to a more street-oriented tire.
yeah, but I think I would probably still get a second set of wheels and tires, not necessarily supermoto wheels and tires, just get a second set of wheels with a more street tire on it
Yeah.
to rip around town with.
Yeah. Because those tires are good for off-road. I mean, that's what they're made for.
Yeah.
You ride them around on the street, and it's...
What's funny though is that both days. So I go. Anybody that's local to us knows where the jail is in Chattanooga, and I pass it.
Don't ever pick up any hitchhikers over there.
I pass it.
Yes.
So I pass a cop pretty much every day on my way to and home from work.
Yeah.
And the days that I drove the XR, you should see the eyeballs looking at me.
Is that a dirt bike?
I'm
No,
like,
it's got
this is a street legal bike, buddy.
This is street legal. It's got a license plate.
got
It may be
headlight.
zip tied to the back.
It's got a headlight, it's got tail light.
It does have turn signals.
There are turn signals on the rear of the motorcycle. But technically, I've been using hand signals, so
Yeah.
no, you don't use both hands. It's just the left hand.
I know. But that's more entertaining if you use both.
It is
It
more
is.
entertaining.
It is. But fortunately for me,
You don't really have to do many turns.
I do 2 turns.
Yeah.
Well, technically 3, 4. I do 2 real turns.
Yeah.
The other 2 are onto the little street that the shop is on, and then into the shop.
Yeah.
And when I turn onto the street the shop is on and into the shop, the police that are there do not care anything about what I'm doing.
No.
They care about everybody else running around.
Yeah. They don't care about what's going on at the dealership.
Yeah. But I've had on either my dealership jacket or dealership shirt.
Yeah.
So a lot of these cops are probably seeing the shirt or the jacket
Yeah.
and been like, he just works at the shop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just down the road.
Yep.
But I mean, it is funny too when you get into those dual sport style motorcycles. Like, is that a dirt bike? No, nope. That one has a plate and a headlight.
Yeah, it starts to become very much a gray area. And, kind of talking a little bit about that, Muffin has decided to do something and now has apparently full support from her madre and padre
Yeah.
to do what?
What, take the class?
Yes.
Yeah.
This was, for those of y'all that don't know her, this has been a fighting battle for me and Daniel. Daniel has been teaching her to ride, but we have both been trying to tell her to take the class. She has not wanted to do it.
Because I don't like class stuff. I'm not a school person.
But she has decided to take the class.
Yeah, which is good.
Her mom and dad, I told her for a while that I would pay for the class. But now her mom and dad have stepped in and said, if you want to take the class, we'll pay for the class.
Oh, that's great.
So we got that support there.
And you're doing was it the Harley class or the
I would
MSF?
prefer the Harley class.
So
but-
the Harley class is through the week.
Yes.
So she'd have to take off.
Yeah.
Okay. So doing the MSF class over there at Chat State.
Probably
I think
easier.
that's the
Yeah, it's a
easier option.
weekend.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
It's in town. She can drive over to it.
Yeah.
If she's having to do the Harley class, she has to drive all the way to Knoxville.
Let's take a
Yeah.
week off of work.
Take
Yeah.
a week off
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Which would be kind of hard, so.
Yeah.
Um,
Which makes sense. But I mean, Stephanie and I did the MSF class here in Chattanooga. That was my stipulation of her getting on the bike and riding. I want you to do this.
Yeah.
There's only so, and that was a conversation I know me and Marcus have had. When you've been riding for a while, you do things without thinking about them.
Yeah.
And not in a
yeah,
way
for
to
sure.
teach people how to do them. Like, we have bad habits when we
Yeah.
ride because we.
like I can't explain when like your dad's behind me, and I'm talking to Heather right now, just so y'all know, because Daniel's dad does not ride.
No.
No.
When Heather's dad is behind me, and we're riding, and we go around a curve, and he's always like, "You fly through them curves. You still ride that thing like you ride sport bikes." But if I'm riding with Marvin, who's got 6 years on her dad,
Yeah.
he's on my rear bumper.
Yeah.
So it's one of those conversations where it's like, that goes back to something that me and Daniel talk a lot about the continuous education of being able to ride and practice and stuff like that. I'm not riding it like a sport bike because Daniel's right on my rear bumper no matter what bike he's riding.
Yeah.
So
Except for that Sport Glide.
except for sport bike. Any of your bikes.
Yes, any of my
you're
bikes.
right on my rear bumper. So it's, pushing that in, looking through the turn and just going with it. Where it now with Bill, it's just kind of got to where he's like, I'm just out cruising.
Which, I mean, is fine too.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
Yep.
But I'm not riding crazy.
No. Well,
It's like you were flying off the off ramp. 40?
40?
I'd have to look at the speedometer to know how fast I was going.
There's a couple times that I've looked down the speedometer and been like, how fast am I going? Like getting off the ramp at work.
Yeah.
It's usually 40 to 45.
Yeah. Which,
But I'm coming off of a 65 mile an hour road onto a 40 mile an hour road.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
So you're in the process of slowing down to 40 miles an hour as you're
Yeah.
coming around that bend.
Or even 45.
Yeah.
After I come under the bridge.
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Daniel's making jokes over here. So, but anyways.
I've ridden with you enough. I know I do it too.
So Heather wants to ride. She also made mention. So you've heard us talk about Madison on here, Tim's wife. Madison rides. Madison does not like riding on the road. She knows she has to from time to time. She likes riding in the dirt. And Muffin has said that might be something that she's super interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always an option.
So one of the things that I said was she gets her license and gets ready to start riding. She's got the KTM to kind of figure out
Yep.
about actually riding the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but we could look, and I don't want to put her on a big bike and go, here you go have fun.
Yeah.
No.
but something like a CRF 300L.
Or a 230.
So, well, the thing is with a 300L,
Yeah.
they're street legal.
The 230 is street legal.
You're talking about 230 like M?
No, the
Because they
230.
made a 230L that was not street legal.
They have a 230L that is street legal.
They made a 250L that's street legal.
They did. They don't currently make the 250.
Right, they dropped the 250 for the 300.
But they still make the 230.
I would just buy the 300.
I would too. For me and you.
So why are we even talking about the
But
230?
well, you're talking. But it's also a little bit smaller.
So no. The put it on the 300.
Yeah.
I've sat on a 300. Yeah, I'm shaking my head no right now. For those that this is not a visual, I'm shaking my head.
This is not a visual audio recording.
They're a blast, and I would ride one and have fun on one the same way I do with the KTM.
Yeah.
I would not ride it on the day.
No.
For Heather, she could do it all day long.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of smaller people that ride the 300s all the day.
Yeah.
So could have knobbies on it, and she could go play off road. And if she was like, I really do enjoy riding on the road. I think I'm gonna ride on the road a lot more. It's like, okay, cool. Here's a set of Supermoto wheels and tires.
Yeah.
Until we start getting you more street oriented stuff.
Yeah.
So this has also opened my eyes to the fact that I am going to, when the Street Glide is taken care of, and by the way, I'm at the point right now where I owe more for repairs than I do for payoff.
Oh, God.
When the Street Glide is taken care of, though, completely, the repairs and the payoff, I'm going to find a smaller, cheaper Harley that we can ride two up on to go to bike nights and stuff like that, and I can rip it around by myself and stuff if I want. So something like, whether it's a new Nightster, I don't know if it'll be a new Nightster because it's probably not the price point I'm going to be looking at for a second bike.
Yeah.
But like a Sportster or a Dyna or something like that, something small to just...
Something around the town bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be like, oh, we're going to go to bike night. We could jump on it and go.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Because part of the thing that I'm dealing with in my own mind right now, whether I'm on a bike that belongs to a store or whether I'm on a bike that belongs to Daniel, I'm not on a bike that I own.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And there is something to be said about that. When you're riding somebody else's bike, there's that different level of it's not mine.
Yeah.
If something happens,
Well, like, if the KTM, heaven forbid, but if it broke,
don't put that out there in the world. Marcus, you've got a bad track record right now.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
if it was in an accident,
Yes.
I carry the insurance.
Yes. Yes, you do.
It would be repaired.
Yes.
Yeah.
But outside of that, if I had a simple problem,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because there
It's
can be
a
simple-
mechanical item. There's
Yeah, there can be simple issues. I got a nail in the tire. It's like,
Which
crap.
happens.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it comes down to, I need to be the one that fixes it because I'm the one that did it.
Yeah.
And we just went through that on the battery stuff because Daniel was like, don't you worry about buying a battery. And I'm like, no, I'm the one that did it.
Yeah.
But like if something was to happen, it's like, dude, I'm the one that's riding it.
Yeah. You have that responsibility for it.
Correct. So, but me and Daniel have a decent enough relationship that he
I'd only
doesn't want
break
me to
one
have to worry
kneecap.
about it.
Just the bad one.
The left one. Break the left one. It's already been broke before.
Just the bad one.
I'll only kneecap one side.
The left one. Make it the left one.
I know where you live, Marcus.
If you do the right, I'll really be screwed because I don't have two bad kneecaps.
Where's my money? You'll see me in your back patio area against
With
the
a
glass.
baseball bat.
I need to get a lock for that patio.
Yes, because the plastic fence is really going to keep someone
Keep
out.
someone out, I'm just saying.
Somebody over there has a dog that I think they've been keeping on their patio. It might keep you away.
Is it on your patio? Because
It's close.
I don't think he's going to be much of a guard dog. Oh crap, a friend! Hey,
Oh, my dog?
yeah.
Yeah, totally
Yeah,
like
no.
friend.
Oh, Daniel's here. What's
Trying
up,
to
buddy?
figures out how to open the sliding door.
Right? Yeah. I'm waiting for him to figure that out.
So, back to it, though. Back to motorcycles. In all seriousness, if you want to help us out,
Please send money.
hit us up. I know it sounds crazy. Dude, we are doing stuff right now. Heather has a collection of purses she's going to sell.
They're sitting in a plastic tote. I don't use them.
For our premium benefactors, you get a T-shirt from the Daily Biker podcast. This could be like one of
They
the.
already have T-shirts.
Well, then you get a second one.
Or you can get a real nice Michael Kors purse for your wife.
Hey Ben, does your wife like purses?
I got a bunch of them.
Oh my gosh!
We literally have.
This would be like a telethon.
We have a tote. She has a tote full of Dooney and Burt, Coach, Michael Kors.
Kate Spade. I got them. You need them, I got them.
She's been getting like 2 purses a year from her mom for like the past 20 years.
Sorry, this is just entertaining.
Isn't
Please
it?
help.
We got a telephone going.
Maybe we should start that. I remember when I was in high school, we did a rockathon.
God.
You rocked in rocking chairs.
Who rocked the longest got money?
No, they gave you like people would donate like, oh, I'll give you $1 an hour that you rock in a rocking
Yeah.
chair. Or whatever. It's for mission trips and stuff like that.
Well, I know the high schools used to do that, like walking the track for every lap. Donating a certain amount.
I made 50 cents.
Woohoo!
They'd be like, how'd you only make 50 cents? Because someone offered $1 a lap.
I made it halfway around.
Halfway passed out.
I was by the parking lot and I left.
I made 25 cents. How'd you make it a quarter way around the track? That's where they put the concession stand.
I got hungry.
So right now I'm negative.
I got nachos.
Eat and walk.
Yeah, eat walk.
They make walking tacos. Come on, people.
Yeah. Walking nachos. You got a
Walking
tray.
nachos.
You could.
Speaking of Trey,
What about him?
Yeah, what about him?
tell everybody about the bike that he did not purchase. That
Oh yes.
he sent me a picture of
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
and said he needed a Sportster rear wheel.
Yes.
I don't know why he wanted a Sportster rear wheel.
To recreate the one that his grandfather had.
Okay.
So, and the one that his grandfather had a Sportster rear wheel. So,
I'm
Look.
sure you know more about the motorcycle than I do. I've
Yeah,
only
well,
seen
'cause-
pictures of it.
he sent me the listing for it, and then me and him had a conversation after it was not purchased.
Yes.
It was, I can't remember the year. It was a CB750.
It was a 70-ish.
Yeah,
Somewhere between 7.0 and 7.9.
yes. I want to say early 70s, but that's not really important because the bike had been turned into a chopper. Well, sort of.
The bike had a raked front end with longer front forks.
Yes, a sort of chopper.
The rest of the frame was still
Yeah.
CB750.
Yeah, it was mostly CB750.
I didn't know which one.
Yeah, the Ultra. That's what I think. Thank you, dear. So
Monster Ultra Zero.
the bike in pictures actually looked like it was relatively in good shape, and he had interest in him and his father had interest in the bike because his grandfather had one very similar. Kind of bring that nostalgia back. Fine, raked front end. It was still CB750 wheels. Most of the frame was still CB750, still a CB750 seat. It had chopped exhaust, the type of stuff that you'd expect from relatively period correct semi-chopper. Can I call it a semi-chopper?
Semi-chopper.
Not at all.
No. It was a raked front end CB750.
Absolutely.
Done. And they get out there to look at it.
It might be some people's style.
Not mine.
I've got guys though
I
that have
haven't
built
seen it,
full
so-
on like 70s period correct Japanese powered
Yeah.
choppers. We're talking about custom rigid frame, whether they're on CBs or Yamaha XS series,
Yeah.
Viragos,
Or you start looking at like the Triumph
all
choppers.
all that
and-
stuff.
Yeah.
This is not what that was.
No.
This was a CB750 that someone had put
A raked
different
front.
triple trees on it, so it would rake out with longer front forks.
See, here's the thing, though. That was the original triple tree. They cut the head
Oh my
and
god!
welded it at a different angle.
If I was to, and don't get me wrong, I love those 70s period
Yeah.
Japanese choppers.
You know,
But it needs to be on a straight up, like,
solid
chopper
frame. Yes.
Yeah.
So they get out there. This one, whoever had done the work had literally cut the head off the bike and re-welded it at a different angle to accommodate the longer forks. And every time I think it was every time you hit the headlight switch or the turn signal switch, the starter motor went and started. So even if you were riding, no, it was the brake. If you hit the rear brake, the starter motor kicked on. So while you would be riding it around, it also didn't have brakes either.
Oh,
The brakes
nice.
didn't work.
Nice.
Basically, the pictures were significantly better than the actual object, which, when you're talking about a 1970s motorcycle that has been modified in any way,
Yeah.
that's typically how it goes. It didn't run very well. Electrical issues, and through conversation with Lewis, he was like, after I found out that the head had been cut and welded, that was basically it. Like, there's no reason to buy it.
No.
So it did not get bought.
No.
No.
Which I'm just trying to figure out how, when you hit the brake, it turned the starter motor over, which is terrifying to think of.
A lot of those guys, when they built those choppers, they would leave the engine in the frame, but they would strip every bit of bodywork off of it, and you would cut where the Y from your seat pan
Yeah.
comes into a single backbone.
Mm-hmm.
You cut right there where it's still a single backbone,
Yeah.
and they would have these rigid triangulated tails that would then weld back on.
Mm-hmm.
That I'll give you as a chopper.
Yes.
This was literally like,
A raked front end with...
let's half-ass look a chopper.
Yeah. Well, it had a raked front end and tall bars off like a Schwinn or something.
Don't you disgrace Schwinn like that, sir.
Oh, God.
Well, no, I'm saying they went with quality bars. That was the best part of that bike.
The bars are more expensive than everything else.
Well, and that was the other thing, too. It was, well, look, you've got all these issues. We'll give you this much money. And the guy wanted a premium for it because it was a well-done, period-correct chopper.
Was the guy's words.
Yes.
I don't think the guy knows what a chopper is.
No, I don't think so either.
Or he looked in a book and it said the definition of a chopper was a cut and rake neck. It's like, no, that would be called a rake.
Yeah, that's...
There's a lot more to a chopper than just having a rake.
just a tiny bit more. But, yeah, so that one didn't... that didn't end up working for him.
So most people of that time period did not cut the neck.
No.
They got a rake triple tree.
Correct.
And when they left the rest of the bike factory, and you would notice this stuff because if you were looking at the frame from the front to the rear, it would slope down.
Because you'd end up raising the front up a little bit.
Correct.
By putting that raked triple tree.
Right.
And that's the correct way to do it.
And that's the way that most people that did it correctly, and the ones that are still on the road that people ride, are done that way.
And that was a conversation me and Lewis had. I was like, you know what? I think it'd be cool to get like an old Triumph Twin that had been turned into a chopper.
So you don't do it with a Triumph these days, the old Triumph Twins, because they're too expensive.
Well,
that's why everybody does it with.
Well, I'm saying one that's already been done.
Oh yeah, you're gonna pay.
Oh, I know, but I think that would just be kind of cool.
I have came across some of them that have been done really well too,
and
they're even on the cheap side, they're $15,000.
Yeah.
So,
and
then I've came across some really well done XS 650 choppers, $6,500.
See, that's not bad.
No.
It did make me start looking through Facebook Marketplace, but I still would never buy it.
But like an XS 650 of that same vintage stock is only worth like $1,500.
Exactly. So you're paying for the work and the style. I did see when I was like, you know what? I wonder what else is out there. Because, I mean, the price for this one, if everything was good and running, be fine. It was cheaper than what you'd find a regular CB750 for.
Yeah,
Because those
they
have a
cut the
pretty...
neck.
Yeah. Yes. But I found a 1980 CBX that had been turned into a chopper.
Ugh.
Yeah. I was like, oh, man.
You heard me go, ooh, yeah.
Oh, no. Factory CBX. If I can find one. If you don't want to donate to Marcus's repair fund, you can donate to my CBX fund. That would be more interesting.
Interesting.
I'm gonna start getting all these memos to say Daniel CBS.
Yeah. They don't care about shit like that.
That's a Harley, but a CBX. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, it was a chopped. It was actually chopped, rigid rear frame, raked out front, little like spring seat.
I wonder if I've seen this bike before.
It was down in southern Alabama.
What?
That explains
And it's kind of funny you say that, because I was going to say I've seen literally a well done chopped out CBX at Barber a couple times for the Vintage Festival.
And maybe it was this one was blue.
But
paint is paint. It wasn't a factory paint job
color
anyway. But I saw that and I was like, ooh, CB. Oh. Which, still cool, but they were asking the same price as a factory.
Is a Blackbird carbureted or fuel injected?
Blackbird was carbureted. The initial ones were carbureted.
I was going to say, that's what we should find you.
Oh, a CB 1100? Absolutely.
A Blackbird, but fuel injected.
Fuel injected.
We need one fuel injected.
Yes. Yeah, that's next motorcycle I buy will most likely be
they did
fuel
make
injected.
like the bags like you can get for like the Hayabusa. They made those for the Blackbirds.
There is a dealership in town that has a ZH2 SE SX.
Is that the touring one?
That's the touring H2.
Is it the 18? Yeah.
Yeah, it's above what I want to pay, but
I sent you a perfect.
yes, I know you did. I know you did, but I do not. I need to be good until at least the end of the year. I've gone through my motorcycle acquisitions for the year.
I did. I will send Daniel likes because I know he's looking for something to do like sport touring on.
Yeah, something a little bit more modern than what I have.
I've sent him a couple. One of them was good. It wasn't necessarily up your alley. That Triumph.
Yeah, not a bad bike. Just
no,
not.
Good price too. I think.
Yeah, that was a good price.
And then the most recent one,
the BMW.
That probably made you super excited and had to sit there and tell yourself no several times.
I did. And now I've got Lewis doing the same thing. He just sent me an FJR 1300.
Well, what was the specs on the Beamer? Because you said you've always wanted one.
I do like the K series BMWs because that was a K1200.
What year? It's like a
06 or 05, something like that.
Yeah,
somewhere around there. Like and relatively low mileage.
Yeah, I think it's like 40,000 miles.
Yeah, which really isn't that much. And it was a good looking bike.
Dressed to the nines.
It was. It had every accessory, saddlebags, tour pack, all the stuff. A relatively good price. I just, as the BMW,
You could look like a California Highway Patrol.
I could, yeah, for sure. But that one was gray. I need a white one.
You could look like the Georgia Highway Patrol.
Don't worry. I was very tempted. That thought was there. Like, I could message this guy, but like I said, I've got to be good till the end of the year. Yeah. I've made 3 motorcycle acquisitions this year. So the KZ, the XR. That was an acquisition because I did have to put money into it after I got it.
It was an acquisition. Okay.
It was an acquisition, and then the YZF 250, the dirt bike.
I forgot about that thing.
But I would. Okay.
They were acquisitions. They were new motorcycles. Now, obviously, I didn't have to title the dirt bike. I didn't have to do anything with that.
And the YZ got replaced by the XR.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, like, the YZ was purchased.
The YZ was purchased.
And then traded off for the XR.
Traded off for the XR. But then the XR got work done. It had to get unbubbled.
Unbubbled.
And apparently it's still not unbubbled.
Not completely. It's better than... Well, Better than it was. You actually got it down the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
That first day, Marcus tried to take off on it, and
Talk about flip me forward over the handlebar.
that was bad. But that was, at the same time, carburetor needed going through. There were a lot of air leaks from just poor maintenance quality. So over time, all the little things will get fixed and we'll be set to go.
Yeah. Yeah, when I talked to Ron, too, we sat out there and looked at the XR for a few minutes. And as I was sitting there idling, that's where he was like, everything seems like it's adjusted properly.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you went to give it gas, that's when it would kind of start to stutter and want to fall flat on its face. So that's why he's thinking that there's a vacuum leak.
Which would make sense.
So, because as it would idle, it would idle. Every once in a while you'd hear.
Yeah.
But it's got a very free-flowing exhaust on it.
The airbox has been modified. There's all these little other modifications that have been make it a little bit harder to diagnose.
Yeah.
So it'll eventually get done.
It'll all work itself out at the end.
Yep. As it typically does. Just glad we don't have to put a battery in it.
I'm glad about that too.
Glad it got you home.
A couple days later.
Well, look, I mean,
It's fine.
once we figured out the battery could be charged and saved, that saved a lot of time
And money.
and money. Just, crap, I've got to fix the Street Glide and buy an XR. This is...
This is not my week.
It is not. Oh my God. When I got the news about my Street Glide too, I talked to you that day.
I
was angry and
defeated,
heartbroken, and defeated, and I mean, I was an extreme roller coaster of emotions. I actually, just to give you some insight with me and my Street Glide, and Daniel and Muffin both know this. So it's the first new vehicle I'd ever purchased.
Yeah.
It's the first thing that I had purchased on my own, like going out and securing a vehicle loan for it. Because when I was in college, like most people, college debt took over my credit score.
Yeah.
And for years, I drove $3,500 cars. So it was, here's $3,500, drive it. And I would drive them literally until the wheels fell off or the engine blew up. I put 300,000 miles on a Ford Ranger. I drove a Toyota Tercel that I had to put a new motor in twice.
That's impressive that you heard a Toyota.
For some reason, the turd sales were just that.
I believe that.
Turds.
We called it. Some people called it the turtle.
The turtle.
I called it minute rice because it took a minute to get. It took 60 seconds to get to 60 miles an
Oh,
hour.
it made it to 60?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you
That's
sure
what
that wasn't
That's what was
kilometers?
crazy about when I got pulled over by the cops and they were like, "You're going 90," and I'm like, "No, I'm not."
This thing won't do nothing.
Sir, I think you need to recalibrate your speed gun.
Yeah. You sure you're not set to kilometers, sir? But like, I got to the point where I had money. My credit was still needed to do some stuff. So my mom, who worked in finance for years, took a look at my finances, knew what I had, and was like, "I'm going to co-sign," and I got a Wrangler.
Yep.
And I would say I drove that till the wheels fell off, but I only put like 24,000 miles on it.
It got the death wobble real bad.
But because I rode motorcycles a lot, so it did get death wobble. I ended up selling that to a buddy of mine that's an auto wholesaler. Right after I paid the Jeep off, I still had it. Me and Heather decided we wanted a new bike. At that point in time, I had the Deluxe.
Yep.
So, and it was the same thing on me buying motorcycles. They were $3,500 motorcycles.
Which, not to say, you can get a good motorcycle for
Yeah.
$3,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motorcycles are different than cars. A $3,500 motorcycle is significantly better than a $3,500
Yeah.
car.
100%.
Yeah.
With Japanese bikes.
Yes, with Japanese bikes. The $3,500 Harley is a question.
Different. Yeah.
You can get
It's
a
a
$3,500 Harley. You can get a $3,500 bagger
True.
that runs and drives and goes down the road. It's just going to need something.
Yeah.
It's gonna have its quirks.
Whether the
Carbs need to be done.
The
Or the
carbs
carb.
need to be done.
Carb.
Yeah, the carb needs to be done. The seat is just shreds.
Yeah. The paint's terrible.
The paint's
Yeah.
terrible. The needs new tires. There's
The
going to be
exhaust
something
is hanging
somewhere.
off the back.
The
Realistically,
saddlebag flies off. It's fine.
like if you found like a 1995 Ultra Classic
Yeah.
and they were asking $5,000 for it, $6,000, there should be not a thing wrong with it. That bike should be premium.
Yep.
If they're asking $3,500 for it, it's a fair price, but there's probably something, nothing major,
Maybe cosmetic.
yeah.
maybe cosmetic, maybe when maintenance things, not mechanical things,
Yeah.
maintenance stuff. I just needs a 3-hole service, tires and brakes. Okay, that's fine. They're selling it for $3,500 because if they'd done a 3-hole service, tires and
It'd be
brakes on it,
$5,000.
it's a $5,000 bike
Yeah.
because they just spent $1,500 on those things.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, realistically, yeah. While I had the Jeep, being the baby of the family, I was able to sweet talk my mom a little bit, and I bought the Deluxe.
Yeah.
Now, I stole the Deluxe. I literally paid $3,000 less for it than what it ended up selling for 3 years later after I bought it.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah. So I got a really good deal on a Deluxe, but also to buy a motorcycle and pay less than $200 a month for it.
Yeah.
Buy a Harley and pay less than $200 a month for it.
pretty
And at this time, that was, when was that? That was like 2014, 2015?
Maybe.
What year was
Yeah.
the Deluxe?
2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking like a 6-year-old Deluxe.
Yeah.
That I was paying less than $200 a month
Which is,
for.
I mean, that's pretty good in the Harley realm. Yes.
So
Yeah.
when we finally got, anyways, long story short, when we finally got to the point of where we could do something,
Bought the Street Club.
we bought the Street Glide. Me and Heather bought the Street Glide. Our names are the only ones on it. Our credit got to the point. That was in 2017. I knew it was going to kind of change the payments a little bit, but I was like, put it out as far as you can. I don't ever plan on getting rid of it, which
Yeah.
I still don't ever plan on getting rid of it.
Yeah.
So let me just make the payments, keep the payments as low as I can.
Yeah.
Uh,
So having that bike be inoperable is a emotional situation.
It
Daniel,
was heartbreaking for me.
out of as long as you've known me for 2 years or whatever,
Yeah. Actually, I think it's been longer than
I
that.
think it's been longer than that.
how often do you not see me on my Street Glide?
It's
When you come over here, that's pretty much it.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's usually because we're coming over with
Stuff.
stuff with us.
Both of you are coming over, and yeah.
We're both
Yeah.
we're both coming over. We plan on hanging out for a little while.
Yeah. So
you know,
that-
we're gonna be
other than
we're
that,
gonna be leaving at midnight.
sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Other than that, no, you're mostly on the bike,
Hey,
unless it's
How many
inclement
times
weather.
do you see just me
Yeah.
and I'm not on the motorcycle?
Unless it's
it's
inclement
pouring
weather and
down
I
that,
went and
yeah.
saw you at the shop. That's it.
So
I've never seen you driving that
Probably
little
a couple
Toyota.
times.
Yeah. Handful of times, yeah.
well,
at most.
I've had the Toyota since 2018, and I put 3,000 miles on the Toyota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or well, I've actually put about 4,000 miles on the Toyota.
No,
I put 3,000 since the
I
oil
definitely
change.
see you on the bike more than I see you in
I mean, it's my life. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking the entire time period that I've had the Street Glide. My trip to work has been no more than 4 miles,
Yep.
and I've still managed to put 43,000 miles on the Street Glide.
Yeah.
It's a lot of literally. I mean, that's
Yeah.
my baby.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's always dirty." Yeah, and it always runs like a top, though. There's never an issue with it.
Yeah.
When I started doing the work to it, I didn't buy cheap stuff for it.
No.
I wanted the most premium
Bought
things I could
the
get
quality
because I
things
wanted
that
it
you
to be
wanted.
premium. I
Yeah.
mean, I've never half-assed.
You knew it was going to
With
be a
that
permanent
motorcycle.
motorcycle, so you weren't cheaping out on parts.
Correct.
If you knew you were going to sell it in a year or two,
Yeah.
do the
That's
things to get
different,
by.
So that being said, when I found out I couldn't ride anymore, I did cry.
Yeah.
I cried in private. Nobody saw me.
Oh, I cried in private too. I shut my office door and put my hands in my head.
And in public.
Because that's my baby
And
too.
around.
It's not just yours.
And on video chat.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Cry on video chat. I got choked up. I didn't cry.
Oh.
Choked
Okay.
up.
There's no tears that came down my face on video chat.
I'm not crying, it's just raining.
In my office. Sprinklers went off.
Sprinklers went off in the office.
I'm just standing in the wash bay.
Taking a shower.
Anyways,
But yeah, no, it's an emotional thing.
if you want to support
The calls.
my motorcycle journey and helping me get Johnny, as I like to call it, I know I named a guy's name, and some people are like, wait a minute.
I've never named any of my motorcycles.
I named it Johnny because it was the man in black.
Then I named my Jeep June.
I've named cars. I've never named
So,
motorcycles.
anybody wants to help, like I said, I do have a Venmo. It's the Daily Biker.
Support the cause, please.
Help us out. I do feel like I should quit begging for money.
Or if you want to do something
this
fun,
point.
Daniel's
Buy
CBX.
CBX.
Daniel's CBX fund.
God.
Daniel needs a Blackbird.
I'll take one.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson's social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.